morning. I know, same coffee cup, same shirt. Yes, it's the same day, but I had two ideas at once, so I had to just hurry and record this before this one goes away. Because it's one of those that my ego hates this one. Hates it. Anything that brings clarity and simplicity and streamlining to my life, my ego seems to hugely resist. I feel like the ego loves things to be complicated, right? I have to figure this out. I got to spend a whole bunch of time figuring it out, not doing anything about it, but just figuring it out. So I guess this would be under the category of spiritual life hack. But not that all these videos have to be categorized, but if I had to, that's what I would say. So today we're going to really look at the thoughts we have that take away our peace of mind, our peace of heart, our peace of body, right? What takes away our peacefulness? What are the thoughts? So we're going to name them, write them down. Okay. Ooh, our ego hates this one. I can literally feel the resistance inside my body right now of like, I don't want to. So, okay, let's go there. We're gonna peer behind the curtain. We're gonna notice the streakers in our minds, those thoughts that take away our peace. So you may already see one for yourself. One that haunted me for the first, 47 years of my life, was no matter what I do, it's never enough. And you know it was said with a hand to the forehead, at least, symbolically, like, no matter what I do, it is never enough. I don't know why that thought has a Southern accent, but it does. It's my Southern belle in me. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. I'm telling you guys, and that thought tortured me for as far back as I could remember. And so for me, that one is actually not there anymore, but if it still was, that's what I would write down on a piece of paper. No matter what I do, it's never enough. That is a thought that used to take away my peace of mind. Okay, so let me think of a current one. Another one for me that I'm actually really healing right now is nobody listens to me. I know you guys have had to hear that one from me several times. Nobody listens to me. That's an example of a thought that takes away peace. So what are yours? Some of the options would be, I'm not good enough. I don't understand. I'm stupid. Now, not all of them are going to be really mean to yourselves. Some of them are going to be more subtle than that. Our ego gets real subtle sometimes, especially if you're someone who sees the negativity and does something about it. But it might even come in a way like, I can do much better than this. Okay, but does that thought inspire you? And maybe it does. Or does it take away your peace because you feel less than? Okay, so sometimes the thought, I can do much better than this, when it comes in with a certain energy, is just another way of saying I'm not good enough. Or no matter what I do, it's never enough. Okay, so any of the thoughts that the second you think them, you feel tired, you feel discouraged, you feel very frustrated, you feel unlovable, disempowered in any way, those are the thoughts that take away your peace. Okay, so I really want you to pause me. Get your cup of coffee, sit down for a few minutes and write some of these down. I'm asking that you write at least 3 of them down. Keep in mind, our ego doesn't like us to write things down. It really doesn't. It wants us to just kind of put it in the back of our mind so it can continue to torture us from our subconscious. Oh boy. All right, so when you have a couple written down, here's what we're going to do with it. We're going to take one at a time, okay? And we are going to take actions. I know you guys are probably so sick of me talking about taking action, taking action, taking action. We do live in the third dimension, and action is what makes a difference here. All right, doesn't mean that you're doing. Your doing comes from your being. So your being is very, very important. And you're worth much more than what you do. Nevertheless, it's the real tangible actions that make a difference here in our tangible lives. So let's say that I was to write down, actually I did. So I did this. So I don't ever tell you guys anything that I'm not doing or haven't done. That would be silly because I wouldn't know if it works or not. So what you can at least know from any video I do is that it has worked for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it in a Coffee with Dawni video. So I did this one with the No One Listens to Me. Okay. And I didn't want to because there was something about that story. It kept my martyr really happy. Anything that keeps your martyr happy keeps your ego happy. I kept spinning around in it. But what I started doing was seeking out win situations, seeking out actively situations where I would be heard. So, for example, right, I called up a friend who's a very good listener, and I specifically asked that she listen to me. Hey, I really need to talk. I'm struggling with something. Would you be willing to come over for chai? Coffee in the morning, chai in the afternoon. Would you be willing to come over for chai and really listen to me and hold space for me? I asked. I chose somebody who was capable of doing this for me. And it happened and it worked and it was beautiful. Well, I've done that a bunch of times. I've taken those actions a bunch of times. I've set myself up for success. Because when it's a streaker thought that just wreaks havoc with our peace of mind, we will often subconsciously continue to create experiences that give that havoc, that thought that wreaks havoc with our peace, more evidence. We've seen this in all sorts of ways. Sometimes it's easier to see in other people. But, I've got clients, love them, but they continue to ask their ex-husband for validation or something, who is never going to give it. I'm like, why'd you ask them? You need some validation. Girl, call me. I will validate you all day long. But we go to people who can't give it so that we can continue that story. So we're going to get powerful with these thoughts that take away. No one gets to take away our peace. Nothing gets to take away our peace. We're the ones who say. We are the ones who say. So next to these three, if you want to do more, you can do this with any of those thoughts. I want you to write down action steps, ways that you are going to get rid of that thought, that you're going to prove that thought wrong. Okay? Now, this, at some point, sure, at some point the thought comes in, we just go, okay, I don't have time for that, and we go on with our lives. But if these are the thoughts that are torturing you, let's do some work with them. Let's stop ignoring them and let's address them, but in a powerful way where we get to make a difference here. So, let's say that your thought is, nobody loves me. Okay, then guess what? You may have to be vulnerable and ask people, do you love me? Call your mom. Hey, Mom, I'm feeling really unlovable today. Let your mom tell you how much she loves you. Okay? You're going to prove to that thought in your mind that's complete bullshit, because I just wrote down a list of 10 people who love me. And then the next time that thought comes in your head, I'm unlovable, you go, nope, remember, we already proved that wrong. And then moving on. After I had done all this work around no one listens to me, no one hears me, the thought came the very next day. But guess what? I didn't believe it this time because I had taken action and I knew it wasn't true. There's power here, you guys. We are so much more powerful than we like to pretend. And you know that's a constant message that I have for you. So that's it. Okay? You're just going to write down 3 thoughts, at least 3 thoughts to take away your peace of mind. And then next to that, you're going to write down the actions that you are going to take to prove that thought wrong. And then you're going to do the actions. So for those of you that are feeling huge resistance to this, ask yourself why. Why are you feeling resistance? Do you like thinking that thought? Is there something that those thoughts that take away your peace give you? Do they give you evidence for why you don't have to be powerful in your life? Do they give you an excuse? What's the payoff? If you're feeling resistance to this one, what's the payoff for having those thoughts that take away your peace? Huge distractors. Huge distractors. We get distracted from our purpose and from our power. So let's be done with that. Let's take the actions. Let's see it. Let's call it out. We're calling out those thoughts. We're putting those streakers right in front of us. Ugh. All right, you guys. I love you. I know you can do this, and I want to hear all about it. May your coffee be strong and your life be blessed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And if you would be interested in working with me further, you can check out DawniAngel.com. I would love to come speak to your group, come to your business to do a training, be on your podcast, my personal favorite, or even work with you one-on-one.